Okay, so here's all of the by hand work to do this, to find the variance and the standard deviation. But we can also put this into our calculator. So I'm going to walk you through it and what it looks like. Okay? Let's clear this up. Okay, so this is our stat button. This is the first thing. This is our stat button. Once we have our stat button, we have all of these options. I want you to clear your list out, okay? Clear all your lists. You don't need your lists in there anymore. All right, so in order to clear the list, we press 4. We have clear list. We put all the lists that we want to clear. We press enter. Okay? Let's remember how we get to list 1. It's the second function of the 1 button. That equals list 1, etc. Okay, so once we've done that, let's go back to the stat button and we're going to edit. Once we press edit, we'll have a list and then we're going to put our information into the list. Now, we just simply put 34, 42, 44, 70, 73, and 79 into our list. That's the first part. That's the most work that we have to do. Okay. So I have my list right up here. It's all filled in. I'm going to go back to my stat button, and I'm going to move to the right to get to the calc. And once I get to calc, I have all of these options. I'm going to press this one, var stats, which means one variable statistic because we have one list of information. So we're going to do that. Once we do that, you're going to probably come up with a window that looks like this. If you don't come up with a window that looks like this, you're going to come up with a window that simply looks empty, and it's going to ask you for your lists. So again, you're going to do your second function, list number 1, to get you to list 1. Okay? So you're going to keep this here, list 1. Frequency list, you don't have to worry, the calculator does this for you because you don't really have a list that has the frequencies. All right? So you're just going to go to your calculate, highlight that, and press enter. Once you press enter, you have all of this fabulous information. Okay? So what does this information take you? I'm going to just zoom this in so you can see this a little bit closer. Yeah, that's better. And I'll focus it. Okay, so let's look at what this information is. I think we need to focus that again. Let's try that again. Nope. We're going to try it again. Okay, that's pretty good. So as you can see, you have your X bar. Here's your mean. Pretty cool, huh? Here you have the sum of all of your pieces of data. That's what the sigma means. The sigma means sum. Okay? So that means before you divided by 6, you had 342, and that's a true statement to find our mean. This is the sum of the squares. So if you took all of your data, squared it, and added it together, that would be the sum. We're not going to use that information. Okay? Nor are we going to use this information. But here, we're going to use this information. Okay? So we're going to be able to find the standard deviation because here it is, standard deviation. How cool is that? Okay? Once we have the standard deviation, I want you to try to think about how, and now this is what I asked in class, how can you come up with the variance if you have the standard deviation? That's going to be a question I'm asking you to do for homework. How can you do that? We'll talk more about it in class. Okay? So now I'm just going to skip down to here because this is kind of the same window. Okay? Here's our standard deviation. That's up here. But now here you have all the really cool information that we've been finding by hand. You have the number of pieces of data, you have your X-min, you have your first quartile, your median, which is Q2, and your third quartile. So you can simply go straight to your calculator and make a box and whisker plot. In class, we'll talk about turning this into a box and whisker plot.